So, question for you. Are you listening to your body? I want to touch on this subject. That's my keys falling down there. And actually, just quickly, I'm out here at Coxley Green Farm. If you haven't seen my post on it, it's Thomas Joseph Butchery. It's the best meat I've tasted. And I just put a short video out about how behind me, you can't see out the window there, but behind me, oh, you can actually see them out the window there. The cows are sitting down, they roam, chew the cud like they should be doing. They're herbivores. They're treated extremely well. They fed no hormones. It's pasture for life, so they're always eating grass. The quality of meat is just fantastic. Red meat gets demonized quite a lot, but there's nothing wrong with red meat. It's as long as it's prepared, the animal's prepared correctly. It's not processed. It's not been for things like salt and sugar sprayed. They spray salt and sugar on them, or they add salt and sugar to a lot of meat to try and improve the taste. So you go back, even some of the ones you get in supermarkets now, even it says like some cuts, you'll look on the back and you'll see sodium added or certain sugars added to make it taste better. Whereas the meat you get from these guys, it's just pure quality red meat and very healthy fats that are going to help you to heal. Meat heals. There's lots of, it can be hard to digest if you've got a digestive issue. It's something you bring back late, like something you bring back in later on. But once your gut's healthy, it can be the easiest thing to digest. And generally, you're not getting a reaction off the meat. You're getting a reaction because your gut's already irritated, and then it becomes hard to digest red meat. But once your gut's healthy, digesting meat is one of the easiest things you can do. But anyway, and we can get into that actually, because what I wanted to talk to you today about was how today went back to Muay Thai, mixed martial arts, or Muay Thai, for the first time since before Christmas. And it's always hard, we do 3-minute rounds with a minute off, and in an hour I probably get about 10 rounds out. That's obviously have a warm up, have a skipping warm up, and we have another warm up that we do, and then finish off with some abdominal work. And it's hard, but I always push myself to the point of whatever my coach says, I do. And it's one of the things that he he likes to push it quite hard, because he knows I always won't stop. Today though, because it's been the first time throughout the Christmas period I kept myself very active, etc. But it's the first time I've been back to my normal routine, where Saturday I played 90 minutes of football, push yourself quite hard, like you do at least 45 minutes in the red zone, which is above 90% of your heart rate, 90% plus of your top heart rate. Then Sunday I had like a nice relaxing walk around the golf course. Monday back in the gym, and then Tuesday, yesterday, I was in the gym lifting, and then we had football in the evening. And so this morning early doors I had Muay Thai. My body was tired, and it got to the 9th round and I was in pieces. I could hear my body saying, need to relax here, bit too much. And mentally I always push myself, and if I was feeling fit and as I normally would, I would have gone for it, because even though you're feeling tired, you know that it's just tiredness. Whereas when you can feel your body's just a bit off, it's not running as smoothly as you want it to be, just because you've jumped in, you've gone from being reasonably active to performing a high amount of activity. 90 minutes on a football pitch is a lot. You cover like 12 kilometers in that time, but it's all sprint, stop, start, multi-directional. Then you're in the gym lifting, football again last night, and this morning Muay Thai, it's all power, striking, different movements, kicks, etc. And so when I got to that end of the 9th round, and I was in pieces, I could tell it was hard, because there was my minutes rest in between. I was having to really go, okay, right, let's get this. I just really work on my breathing. Usually I'll just be fine, but it's because I've had that amount of work in a short space of time, and I've got a game on Saturday. And so the last round, I was like, said to my coach Martin, who's great, and if you haven't, anyone around my area in Essex, the Masters Academy, they're very good. Martin's a very good coach. But I said, Martin, mate, I'm gonna have to stop it there. And he was like, whoa, it's the first time I've ever heard that from you. And I knew that was going to be coming. So for me, it was like, it was hard for me to do that. It was actually harder for me to say no than it is to carry on. I could have carried on and struggled through the last round, and it would have been like 3 minutes would have seemed like a half an hour. But the strength it took me to say, you know what, Martin, I'm done here. I need to just rest, recover, because I know what's coming. I know I've got a game in a few days, and I need to get in the gym on Thursday. Gym on Friday, game on Saturday. It was hard for me to say that, but that was one of the gist that I want to talk about, like listening to your body. And I know my body very well. I know that when it's tired and you can push through things, as I said before, when it's just like fatigue, muscular fatigue. And I know when the central nervous system is tired. Like I could tell from my warm up this morning when I was skipping, my feet weren't coming off the ground. I was missing beats on my skipping that I never used to do. You know, I was having to reset probably about 6 or 7 times, and generally I can skip for 3 minutes without having to reset once. And I was like, okay, I could tell that I was tired. And so when it came to it, missing out that last round, not redlining again, like going over 90% again for a longer period of time, was going to do my body the world of good. You don't want to push yourself too much. You don't want to continually push. You need to have days where you're down. You still be active, but like lower intensity days, high intensity days. So tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna have a walk, a massage, and going in for a sauna. Then Friday I'll get back to doing some weights, with some power stuff, moving to Saturday again. But that was really hard for me to do, to say, you know what, Martin, going to kill the last round off because of how I feel. So I knew the reaction I'd get. And this just goes on because I want to ask you a couple of questions. One, are you listening to your body like that? It took me a while to listen to my body. And, you know, once you get into the identity of someone that pushes through, is very fit, etc., it can be hard to not push yourself, even situations when you know that you'd be better off backing off and letting your body rest and recover. Because you've got this identity to protect and to hold, it's easy to go, I know I'm going to keep on doing it, and then you'll pay the price later on. You'll push yourself again, and maybe you'll get ill because you've really pushed your body too far or too hard. Pushing your body hard is not a problem as long as you get the adequate rest. And so, you know, you can get, if your identity is wrapped up in that, it can be hard. So it was very hard for me to say, you know what, I'm gonna stop here. But the key was listening to my body. It's something I've become very adept at over the last 4, 5, 6 years now, listening to my body, knowing when it's right and when it's wrong and when something's off. And this is the question I want to ask you. Are you listening to your body? When you're eating a food and you maybe get some brain fog, you know, you're not thinking clearly afterwards, or you get some irritation in your gut, you get some pain, gas, wind, or bloating, or maybe, you know, you get itchy skin, or you get spots or eruptions. Are you listening to your body? Are you thinking, oh, that wasn't right? You know, I ate that and I felt like this, or are you just literally doing things even though you know they cause you pain or they cause you irritation? You know, are you pushing yourself too hard in the gym, like I was saying there, and feeling like, you know, you're thinking, oh, I've got to do this to lose weight, but you know, the more you push yourself, the more weight you actually, the more your body holds on to fat, because you're in survival mode rather than your rest and recover mode. So your body's not actually burning fat, it's holding on to it because it doesn't know when the next meal is coming from. It doesn't know when it's going to next be able to actually balance out its hormones, or how it's going to get into a state where it can balance out its hormones. So, you know, you're stressing the body too much, so it's in this state of survival. So it's holding on to water, holding on to fat, just because it thinks, oh my God, we're in a state of survival. I don't know when the next meal's coming from. I don't know when I'm next going to be able to relax. So I'm going to hold on to this, just in case we need it. And this is something that I want you to think about. You know, really think about yourself and your body. Are you being mindful when you're eating the stuff? You know, you're getting gas after you've had food, wind, gas, you know, which can be quite embarrassing for people. Is it because you listening to what I mean? What did you even eat the food that you're eating? Was you relaxed when you were eating it? Did you even eat it when you could pay attention, or did you just wolf something down? Did you have like a sandwich at your desk? All these things. Are you getting aches and pains in your muscles, joints? Have you got inflammation? You know, are you getting up out of bed and feeling, oh my God, I feel really stiff and I can't really move my body correctly? Or are you like, you get up and you think, oh, I feel good. If you're getting out of bed and you feel stiff and sore, yes, it could be because you've done some exercise that you're not used to, but It could also be because you're in a higher state of inflammation from eating foods that are allergenic and inflammatory. Things like, as you know, like the main ones: alcohol, caffeine, dairy, pasteurized, homogenized dairy, wheat, gluten, for example, coffee. These things can all cause these issues. So yeah, are you listening to your body, and are you able enough to rein your ego in and actually have, like today when my coach was like, really, you're gonna, that you must be blowing to feel like that, you know, and my ego was like, oh, I could do another round, but you know, it won't be worth it. Like, oh, can you get to the point where you're able to take those things and just be like, yeah, no worries, it doesn't matter if people look at me and they think I'm or they think any less of me, because I know that my body is, and I know how I feel. I know my body comes first. It can be the same as, you know, if you're around a table eating and you don't want to have a certain thing because you know it upsets your gut, or you know that it's inflammatory, or you ask for your food to be cooked in different oils because you know that some rapeseed oil, canola oil, etc. are just a health disaster, and they can cause inflammation, cause you gut issues. You say, oh, can I have my food cooked in these oils, you know, or coconut oil or whatever it is instead, or can you please not put MSG in my food, or, you know, if you've got any gluten-free options or whatever it is, are you able to do that and take your ego out of the equation when people go, oh, here he is, this person's causing a fuss, just can't you see like everyone else? You know, been there, I've been there. Can't you see like everyone else? Oh, is it really that bad for you? It wouldn't be that bad if they could sell it. Cool. I can't even mind people that they sold. It's another thing I'm going to talk about a later date. Is my experience at the airport scanner recently. But yeah, no, that's another one. But like people saying, oh, it can't be that bad. Really? Well, have you ever looked into history? Ever looked at what the government's done, or any other things that have been taken off the market? Every single medication that they said was safe gets taken off for the market when it's not safe, you know. So there's many things that happen, and in this sort of area, are you able to take your ego out of the running and just look a bit, as you say, foolish, or for a little while amongst other people or friends and peers, or appear to look foolish, or the one that stands out, because you know you need to make this choice right for you. And that can be hard. It can be very hard, especially if you've always been around certain people and they can eat what they want, or they don't eat particularly healthy. You making these little or asking these questions or making these suggestions to different people can be hard. So at the end of the day, it comes down to you and your body, and knowing it and listening to it when it speaks to you. As I said before, gut irritation, gas, wind, pain, bloating, aching joints, muscles, not thinking clearly, not having enough energy, not feeling like something's off, feeling tired, run down. These are all signs that something's not right and something's out of balance. So are you, one, listening to your body and all the things it's telling you? You know, even if you're not having enough bowel, if you're not having, you should be going to the toilet 2 to 3 times a day, should be easy to pass, well formed, and should feel satisfied afterwards, in terms of you shouldn't be thinking, oh, I've got more left in me. If that's not happening, then you know something's off. And so, yeah, there's lots of things just to look into, but I want you to ask you, are you listening to your body? Are you taking in what it's telling you? If your sleep's not right, you know, if your sleep's not right, then something else isn't right. People struggle with sleep. But if your sleep's not right, other things are going on hormonally. I mean, are you under blue light too much at night? Are you eating too late to bed? Are you having stimulants too close to bed? I mean, there's a million one things we go into. Are you exercising too close to bed? You know, are you exciting your nervous system? Are you exciting your nervous system before you get into bed? I mean, there's so many different things we can go into here. So, yeah, I just want to ask you a question. Are you listening to your body and when it talks to you? And even if you are listening to it, are you making the decisions that are going to benefit you? So you can be, oh my God, you know, I'm not feeling right, I know my body's inflamed, but then you continue to eat things that inflame it. Or do you go, you know, my body's inflamed today, I'm gonna maybe abstain from food for a little while, give my body time just to rest, not have to stress my digestive tract, maybe have some good liquids like, you know, lemon waters, maybe a greens drink, some maybe dandelion root coffee or some palo d'arco tea, and let your body clear and relax, and go for a nice walk, maybe get in a sauna or go for a massage. Take time to give your body what it needs, or you're just going to ignore it. And also, if you are going to listen to it, are you going to have the confidence and the presence to not let other people's opinions about you affect you? Because let's be honest, it's not about you. They're just saying things to try and make themselves feel better, or trying to get a laugh for the crowd. Easy, a cheap laugh. Oh, here he is ordering this again, or whatever it is. I had this years ago. Now they're just people, once you get through it, after it, first they laugh, then they follow. You know, all these people that used to do this to me years ago are now sneaking in my inbox, asking me questions about what they should be eating or what supplements they should be taking, or when we're out, asking me all these questions. It's funny that, but I know if you're new to it, it can be quite hard, especially if you've been a certain person your whole life, and people are used to you being a person who eats certain things and drinks certain things, to all of a sudden not do it. You know, it can be hard for you because, one, you feel like you might lose your friends, and because you're not going to be doing the things that they're doing, or two, you know, you don't want to be the awkward one. Two. That reminds me of the film, what's it, Inglourious Basterds, I think it is, when he says, in Germans we say two. You said that. That's how I knew you weren't German. That is how you say two in England. This is how we say two in Germany. Anyway, where was I going? If you haven't seen that film, by the way, good film. Quentin Tarantino. I mean, bit gory, bit bloody, but yeah, it's good. And yeah, are you okay with being the person, you know, that can be a bit awkward, or not awkward, but just say things, have things done? You know, these are the people, more of us out there that are doing this are not going to be taking in or tolerating cheap ingredients, cheap rancid oils like rapeseed oil and canola oil, for example. Not having MSG in our food, having things with non-inflammatory ingredients, having high quality food. We're going to change the world, because the more people like us want it, organic food, you know, the market changes. They'll be making things or producing foods that we want, because, you know, if no one's buying their cheap toxic rubbish, then they're not going to get any customers, not going to make any sales, not going to make any money. So, you know, you are being the change that you want to see in the world. You know, you want to have the same quality of food that you have in your house outside as well. And there are quality places that you can go and find this. You just do a bit of research. Obviously, people just go down the high street and see that every shop's the same in the high street. You know, Pizza Express, and then whatever it may be, KFC, McDonald's, and whatever. Or if you go to restaurants, you know, there are places, you look them up, research them, that will do high quality organic food with non-rancid oils, for example. But yeah, are you happy to let the ego go and take a little bit of a battering around your friends, and to be the person that does what needs to be done, and to maybe feel a little bit foolish in their presence while they all laugh? I said before, first they laugh, then they follow. And when you get the results and you start looking fantastic, your skin's clear, you're lean, you're healthy, your energy's through the roof, you know, you can see the whites of your eyes, your hair's looking shiny, whatever. They go, cool, what have you been doing? And they'll ask you. Then they want to know. Then they want to know the secrets. I said before, first they laugh, then they follow. So, a couple of questions. Are you listening to your body? Are you? When it's telling you, I'm inflamed, I'm tired. So before, it's hard for me today to not do that last round of Muay Thai, because it's easy done. My personality as well is someone that pushes through. And if I was just generally tired and fatigued from muscles and cardiovascularly tired, I would have pushed through. But my body, I knew it was tired from last night, and from the way it felt, I knew something was just off. So I had to pull it, I had to risk the ego taking a battering. But you know, I'll be stronger because of it. I won't have depleted my body to a point where I can like lower my immune system to the point where I can let an infection in, or a bacteria, or a bug. You know, if you push yourself so hard, you lower your immune system. That's when things come in. So you don't want to keep on pushing yourself too hard. Are you happy to do that? Are you happy to listen to your body? And are you happy to be the person that makes the hard decisions around people, or just does things differently? You know, just because everyone else is doing certain things doesn't mean you need to do it. In fact, by going left when everyone else is going right, it generally tells you're on the right path, because most people aren't doing what they need to do to be the healthiest, fittest, leanest, best version of themselves. They're actually doing things that actually let them be the opposite, or make them be the opposite, or push them down the path of being the opposite, as Jason Christoph talks a lot about self-sabotage. But anyway, that was my video today. I said before, look at the cattle out the back there. You can see them, the brown and white of them, sitting down chewing the cud. If you haven't ordered from Thomas Joseph Butchery already, I suggest you do. And if you're around the Essex area, come down here. It's Coxty Green Farm. It's in Brentwood. You're not going to get better tasting meat and healthier meat. But yeah, listen to your body. If you're not already, do it. And also, don't be afraid to do things or to stand up for the things that you know are going to make a big difference to your health. All right? As always, stay happy, stay healthy. It's Ryan Martin from Revive. And if you are struggling with a health issue that you haven't been able to get to the root of, then send me an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co and I'll get in touch with you and we can talk about how we can help you. Also, if you haven't already, go to www.thechronicfatiguesolution.com and you can get my book there, which has got the 3 secrets to health, healing chronic illness, how I got over a chronic illness, and 52 other protocols you can do to instantly increase your vitality and your health. So as I said before, www.thechronicfatiguesolution.com. Even if for people who've got chronic fatigue or exhaustion every day, but it goes deeper into that, any health issue. And if you are dealing with a chronic issue that you're looking for one-to-one support with, then you please send me an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co and I'll be able to get back to you and we can have a little chat about how we can help you. Otherwise, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.